Let's talk about one of the most confusing questions when it comes to public service loan forgiveness right now in May of 2025. And that is, what types of payments and what periods of time count for public service loan forgiveness and or count for PSLF buyback? And this is super confusing, but we have a lot more detail. I made a handy chart. I'll get out of the way. You can pause it, see the video right here. But this is what you need to know, and this was confirmed in the last court filing. So, first off, eligible repayment plan payments are directly eligible for public service loan forgiveness. What is an eligible repayment plan payment? Well, this is a payment that you make that meets three criteria. The criteria are you have a direct loan, you are on a qualifying repayment plan, which includes the standard 10-year plan, IBR, ICR, pay as you earn, or save. Saves paused, but that would have counted. And finally, you certified that employment using the PSLF help tool, or you send in an employment certification form to validate your months of employment. Each eligible payment is counted individually, and you have to get to 120. So that's the simplest one. Now, anytime that you were spent in economic hardship deferment, cancer deferment, a mandatory processing forbearance, that's the 60-day processing forbearance, or armed forces deferment, you are directly eligible for PSLF. You should not have to submit a buyback request for these periods of time. You still need to certify your employment for these periods of time, but you do not need to submit a buyback request. These numbers, these types of deferments should automatically show up in your payment count. Not saying that they always do, but they should always show up in your payment count. Finally, we have what types of deferments and forbearances are buyback eligible. So these are ones that will not show up in your payment count until you request a buyback. And those are general forbearance. So after the 60-day processing forbearance, you roll into a general forbearance. That period of time, you have to buy back. It doesn't automatically count. Unemployment deferment and the save forbearance. All of these are buyback eligible. So that means after the forbearance, and once you hit the 120 payment mark, you can submit a buyback request for that. You still need to certify your employment for those periods of time, but you can submit a buyback request. Now, I know this is super confusing. We have a full breakdown on the College Investor. You can click the link in bio. You can go see the article. You can save this little chart. But this is what's directly eligible, meaning that it just counts as long as you certify your employment. And these are the ones that are buyback eligible. You have to submit them after you make 120 months of qualifying employment and you submit a buyback request. I hope that helps clarify some of this. I know it's super confusing.